Guys, so today we got a lot going on, but I'm going to do a little bit of string trimming, weed eating, weed whacking, whatever you call it. But first, in order to do that, I actually have to do something I've never had to do. I've always, on the weed eaters, I've always replaced the string, you know, you just restring it when you need to. But something I've never had to do is actually put a new head on this. And on this one here, the reason I'm doing that is, let me just turn the camera around. All right, actually, I don't need to turn the camera around. So you'll see right here where the string comes out of, this metal piece broke on this one, and it is no longer there. So what happens is the string, it's like kind of just melting, right? It doesn't come out like it does on this side. I don't know the proper terminology there, but the string, it's not coming out, which then causes the friction, I guess, the heat to kind of melt here, and then it gets stuck and the string doesn't come out when you need it to, only on the one side. So I, instead of tracking down tiny metal piece, I just got a new head. They're cheap. So we are going to put that on, and fortunately I have a sidekick here to help. Ty, come say hi. Ty is moving dirt into his wheelbarrow because he can't find his shovel. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. We're going to replace this head, and Ty's going to keep doing what he's doing. I'm not sure the project he's got going on, but he's busy. All right, so what we're using here, I use this is a Husqvarna 322L, and here is how we do this. So this is the head of the weed eater here, and again, keep in mind this is the first time I've ever had to do this, so bear with me if I say something incorrect, but I believe I just cleaned this out here. Okay, so this hole here is full of a whole bunch of junk, you know, and still is, so I clean that out. Anyways, I'm just using a little Allen wrench to stick this right in here, and then what I'll do is I will, can't really show it right now, but here's what I do. So I put it in here, and then I'm going to rotate this, and eventually it will catch. Okay. All right, I just started to spin it, and it did catch. So like it kind of locks into place. Once that happens, I'm then able to start to spin this off. I got my helper here. Thank you, Ty. And we're gonna want to keep this. And here's the old one. And this is what we're looking like. Probably gonna clean that out a little bit, put the new one on, and we'll be set. All right, so I got Ty here. Okay, he is gonna get this all squared away, right, bud? Do you have the right tools? Nice. Is it fixed? Did you get it? Man, you're working so hard, huh? All right, so I'm about to put this new weed eater head on, and I was just wondering, when I was reading about how to do this, I just kind of looked at the manual, but something I saw online that a lot of people, I guess, it sounded like a lot of people do, is they have more than one of these, okay? You have more than one head, and I think, I don't know, maybe that's like if you're doing landscaping and you want to have, you know, heads that are already strung up, ready to go. That's my only guess, but I've always just restrung the weed eater. I've never actually thrown a new head on whenever I ran out of string, so I guess it's faster that way. But you know, let me know below if that's something that you do, or you know, if maybe I'm just out of the loop and that's something that's common knowledge. I'm not sure, but it seemed like it was common knowledge to everyone but me that a lot of people have, you know, other heads around and they just throw them on as they need it. Again, maybe it's just something that landscapers do. I don't know, but I got my assistant here. I want to turn this around. Ty, he's really stepped up his game. here, bud. Ty. He's ready to go. The reason for the helmet is his four-wheeler here. He has been riding it down the hill and having a good time with it, so his mom gave him a helmet to wear. Well, there you have it, right, Ty? It's all good to go now. We got that on in just really a couple minutes. The hardest part was holding the phone, but it's on, and Ty's helmet is still on, even though he doesn't want it to be. But we're set. Now we'll do some weed eating. I just started it up. Wanted to just see how it's running. Everything's good. And yeah, it just takes, a minute or two to really change that. So I can see how it's actually quicker than, restringing a weed eater. So it makes sense. Another thing I figured out, the string on here, I don't remember the size of it that came with it, but it's a lot smaller than what I was using normally, okay? And it ran really smoothly right around the house in some finer areas where I weeds are lower. They're not very big weeds. I just want to kind of keep them low. And yeah, it's I guess I shouldn't even say weeds, just the grass, places I can't mow right next to the house. And it worked really well. I normally use much thicker string, and that was really because whenever we first moved in here to the brick house, it was overgrown and everything. My dad, he did a great job at getting everything cleaned up, but there was still a lot of areas where it hadn't been touched in years. So a lot of the time when I was weed eating, it was really overgrown, thick stuff, and I wanted to have a heavier string, and that's why I went with that thicker string. And then I kind of just stuck with it because that's what I had. And now using this, though, I realize how much better it works in the areas that are just kind of pure grass where I can't get with the mower. And so